Hello everybody and welcome to this year's PraxisAuril KE Awards sponsored by UK Research and Innovation. My name is Sean Fielding. I'm Chair of PraxisAuril and Director of Innovation, Impact and Business at the University of Exeter. And here we are, week 14 of lockdown. So that's 14 weeks for me of being based in a garden shed here with an alarming and increasingly confrontational community of spiders. 14 weeks for all of us without access to a pub, a flight or a haircut. 14 weeks where the full glory of people's creativity and ingenuity has flourished, but simply revealed that school teachers can do a much better job than us. And sadly, 14 weeks without the company of the knowledge exchange community for inspiration, information, and frankly, relief from the people we work with who just don't understand that our job is the most important in our organizations. But today we are able to bring everyone back together again. Today, on the hottest day of the year, I'm sat in a shed wearing a bow tie as we're joined by almost 200 people from the knowledge exchange community. They consist of members, non-members, finalists, and those who are here to support them. Not only today are we being watched from the UK and Ireland and other parts of the EU, but we have attendees today stretching as far away as Africa and China. And welcome to all of you today. And I'd like to pay tribute to everyone who is a finalist here today, and of course everyone who took the trouble to put in a nomination at what is probably the busiest and most peculiar time any of us can remember. You all did a great job, and I know the judging panel had a very, very difficult task. It's great to have all the 24 finalists here today and all their supporters. It's a little different from a normal awards ceremony, and as much as we'd love to, we can't have all of your smiling faces on camera at once, but we know that you're all nervously beaming away behind your screens to find out who the winners are, and practicing your "I wasn't really bothered anyway" faces. Several of you will, of course, get a chance to demonstrate those later on. And of course, we expect you to do as much whooping and waving as you like, particularly when you're announced during your awards. We'll need to know who you are, and so wave when your names are called. And of course, you can use the chat for virtual whooping. Now, none of this event would be possible at all without the support of our longtime collaborator at UKRI. And I'd therefore like to introduce you to Dr. Tony Soteriou, who's the new Director of Research Commercialisation at UK Research and Innovation, who's here representing UKRI as the sponsor, and who most importantly holds the golden envelope with all the winners' names. So, Tony, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you very much. So, thank you. My name is Tony Soteriou. All of us at UKRI are delighted to sponsor this year's KE Awards. Operating across the whole of the UK with a combined budget of more than 7 billion, UKRI brings together 9 partners with a really strong voice for research and innovation. Our vision is to ensure the UK maintains its world-leading position in research and innovation, and we build on successful elements across the funding system to maximise contribution of each of our constituent parts to build the best possible environment for research, innovation and knowledge exchange. UK has a world-class research, innovation, knowledge exchange system. Our expertise spans all fields of knowledge, from discovery of penicillin, monoclonal antibodies, to the jet engines and the World Wide Web. Our universities and academics are highly sought as international colleagues and co-authors, and widely recognised across the world. That also is linked with our inspirational and creative industries. So our creative industries are strong in art, design, innovative use of new materials and technologies, and our engineering, automotive and pharma industries are world-leading, successful, not least because of the top-rate researchers that support them. So here in UKRI, we're passionate about the role of KE and delighted to sponsor and work with PraxisAuril to support today's events. Funding for KE for UKRI spans across the strong discipline-focused and facing research councils. Research England's work on knowledge exchange supports capacity and culture in universities And of course, Innovate UK's focus on business-led innovation also supports KE. So finally, delighted to be here today and to go on to the awards. Shortlisted entries and winners all represent the very best of KE activities and skills across the UK, across a brilliantly diverse mix of initiatives, and looking forward to presenting the awards.
Thank you very much, Tony, and thank you particularly for UKRI for supporting the development of the World Wide Web, without which we wouldn't be able to be here today. Now I'd like to introduce you to our compere for tonight, patron of PraxisAuril and leading knowledge exchange professional, Dr. David Secher, who I must say, I think is very pleased that due to this invention of this newfangled video conferencing thing, he can run the awards event this evening while still in his slippers. So David, over to you.
Thank you very much, Sean. And good afternoon, everyone, or for those of you in different time zones, perhaps good morning or good evening. It's a great honor to be comparing this awards ceremony. And I'm really looking forward and excited to the rest of the ceremony. The KE Awards seek to celebrate the practitioners behind our institution's outstanding knowledge exchange achievements in all areas of research. There's some exceptional work that's taking place across the sector, and we feel privileged to be able to showcase the very best of this through our awards. The awards were previously known as the Impact Awards, and then last year, 2019, at our annual conference in Harrogate, they were relaunched as the KE Awards. Each of the 6 categories provides an opportunity to highlight the variety of work that KE practitioners are involved in, from the Deal of the Year to the Partnership of the Year, internal and external KE initiatives, and Volunteer of the Year, and of course, the prestigious KE Team of the Year. UKRI sponsored the awards last year, and we're delighted to have their continued support again this year. Despite the challenges faced from COVID-19, we had 69 entries, an outstanding number. Some entries were related to breathing aids and face shields in response to the coronavirus outbreak. And as always, the quality of the entries was exemplary and judges had a difficult job. We at PraxisAuril and the judging panel would like to say a big thank you to all who entered. We decided to keep the same categories as last year, and the finalists have been displayed on the KE Awards website for 3 weeks now. This year, the judging panel consisted of Gurmit Clare, Director of Business Engagement at the University of Birmingham, Simon Bond, Innovation Director at the Set Squared Partnership, Alex Checks, Joint Head of Knowledge Exchange and Commercialization at BBSRC, Jenny Shawley, the Head of Engaged Scholarship at Manchester Metropolitan University, Dave Bembo, Director of Research and Innovation Services at Cardiff University, and I chaired the panel. So now I'd like to hand over to Tony. Do you want to say any more about UKRI, Tony?
No, I think
we've done all that, and so we can go straight to the part you've all been waiting for. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each category, list the finalists who are going to be appearing on the screen now, and then hand over to Tony, who has the golden envelopes containing the names of the winners. Now, first, we're going to award Deal of the Year. This award recognizes a KE team or a KE professional that has delivered outstanding performance to their institution through a particular deal, either licensing, spin out, etc. We wanted to find out how transformational the deal had been to the institution and the other parties involved. This category was undersubscribed because the organizations chose to prioritize other categories. However, it's abundantly clear to us from the narratives we've seen across the board that there have been lots of great deals done in 2019 to 20. This entry from the University of Bristol more than exceeded the criteria needed and was a worthy winner. So the winner is the University of Bristol, represented by Andrew Wilson, who's now waving like mad, so you can see him, and we're all quietly clapping. Now on to the second category, the External KE Initiative of the Year. This award recognizes an initiative that demonstrates new and innovative ways in driving KE activity by engaging with external partners. One of the criteria was to describe factors such as key relationships that have been built, supported, or enabled. There were 24 entries for this category, and of these, we chose 6 finalists, who are the Hertfordshire Science Partnership, University of Hertfordshire, who's waving. Thank you. Steam House, a unique innovation centre inspiring knowledge exchange collaboration at Birmingham City University. Waving. Spark Fund, working with SMEs to drive regional innovation and growth at the University of Hull. Good. QM Emulate, Organs on Chip Centre, Queen Mary University of London. ARU Sandpit Programme from Anglia Ruskin University. Rapid and efficient global dissemination of breathing and blueprints in COVID-19 response using an express licensing platform from UCL Business Limited. And I'll now hand over to Tony.
Thank you. It's a really strong field, a really great list of shortlists. Delighted to say it is UCL Business Limited for their work on rapid and efficient global dissemination of breathing aid blueprints. Congratulations. And invite Marina Santali to accept the award virtually.
I think I'm off mute. Thank you so much, Tony. I'm absolutely delighted because it's a really strong category. So really some very interesting entries there. So thank you so much to everyone who's reviewed all the entries, and yeah, thanks for the opportunity. I can go on to talk about the, if you like, but I think there's probably quite a lot to get through today. And I think I just wanted to say that we have now, the subject of the award is regarding the platform we enabled to disseminate the technology to over 1,800 licensees around the world now for the CPAP breathing aid. And the underlying platform for that, which is Elucid, as some of you will be aware of it, we've now made that available free of charge for any tech transfer office around the world, actually, who has a COVID-19 relevant technology that they'd like to make available through a controlled licensing process. So that's now available, and if anybody would like to find more details, it's on the uclb.com website, on the elucid.com website, and I think there's even a thread on the PraxisAuril discussion board about it as well. So we'd love to have more technologies up there, because I think, you know, it's a great opportunity to disseminate some of the fantastic work that's being carried out by researchers around the world. So thank you.
Thank you, Marina. Thank you very much. And now the next category is the Internal KE Initiative of the Year. This award recognizes an initiative that demonstrates new and innovative ways in driving KE activity within an institution. This could include cross-department or cross-faculty projects. We asked entrants to describe how the initiative has improved or transformed engagement within the institution's KE activity, and the likely influence or effect any new relationships had on this. There were 9 entries in this category, and of these, 3 finalists were chosen. They are Knowledge Exchange Community of Practice from the University of Central Lancashire, Wave, wave, thank you. One Stop Shop, KTP, from Manchester Metropolitan University. Thank you. And Realising KE Potential at the Earlham Institute. Very good. And so, Tony.
Thank you. Shouldn't have stuck these envelopes down so well, but so delighted to be able to announce the winner of this category is University of Central Lancashire for their KE Community of Practice. Congratulations, and I'd like to invite Sue Smith.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's reviewed the category. I just want to say one thing really. Our Centre for SME Development and the community of practice that we've developed helps to provide a gateway to the university for our SME community. And I think now in the current COVID situation we find ourselves in, supporting SMEs is just critical to the success in the future. So I'm really delighted to be given this recognition, and thanks to everyone at the University of Central Lancashire and to PraxisAuril. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you, and well done. Now we move to the KE Partnership of the Year. This award recognises the success of a partnership that demonstrates the value of collaboration. Entrants told us how the collaboration came about and the scope or potential of the partnership, as well as the significance to the institution and partner organisation. There were 16 entries for this category, and of these we chose 4 finalists. They are British Salt and the University of Manchester Knowledge Transfer Partnership. Guy's and St Thomas's launches a 3D printing farm to donate face shields to South London trusts to keep patients and key workers safe from Guy's and St Thomas's NHS Foundation Trust. Models of Validation, supporting social practice, art and artists at Manchester Metropolitan University. And the University of Birmingham and Siemens, a partnership driving innovation in the rail industry and beyond, from the University of Birmingham. So, Tony.
Thank you. Particularly enjoyed reading all these entrants, really interesting deals, and really close to my heart in terms of commercialisation. So congratulations to all those shortlisted. Delighted to say that the winner is the University of Birmingham for their work with collaboration with Siemens and University of Birmingham and Siemens partnership driving innovation in the rail industry and beyond. Congratulations. And I invite Alistair and Catherine to accept the award.
Thank you very much. That's a real honour. It is very much an award that recognises the team effort, both at the institution and within Siemens, and the team effort that's required and needed to drive that partnership forward. And yeah, we hope it continues and grows even further in the years to come. Thank you again.
Thank you, Alistair, and well done. The next category is KE Volunteer of the Year. The KE Volunteer of the Year award recognises the outstanding contribution of an individual engaged in volunteering activities for PraxisAuril for the benefit of the wider KE sector and community. Examples were given of the value which that individual had added whilst exceeding expectations. The winner for this award was selected by the PraxisAuril Executive Office team. There are 4 entries for this category. Jenny Shawley from Manchester Metropolitan University, Stuart Wilkinson from the University of Oxford, Sue Sundstrom from Sundstrom Innovation Limited, and Adam Stoughton from Oxford University Innovation. And over to you, Tony.
Thank you, Dave, and congratulations to all the shortlisted nominees. Really worthwhile award, and thank you for all the work that you do for KE, both locally and nationally. And delighted to say that the winner of the award is Jenny Shawley from Manchester. Congratulations. So come and accept the awards. That would be fantastic.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's lovely. Hello there.
Thank you, Jenny, and congratulations. We now move to the final award of the afternoon, evening or morning, the KE Team of the Year. This award recognises a KE team that has excelled in delivering excellent service and value to their institution. Entrants described innovative, creative, and unusual approaches adopted by the team that contributed to their successes, as well as obstacles faced by the team and how they overcame them. There were 15 entries for this category, and of these, 5 finalists were chosen. They are advancing the impact of university-generated knowledge in the Southern African development community through Academia-Industry Partnerships Initiative from the University of Cambridge and Botswana Institute for Technology Research and Innovation, Cambridge Enterprise, Universitate Leorio, and the University of Namibia. Secondly, supporting regional engagement from Lancaster University. Then laser cut face shields for key workers, COVID-19 response, University of Portsmouth, towards maximising patient benefit from Cancer Research UK funded science, Cancer Research UK. And finally, Innovation, Impact and Business Team, Cornwall, and the Isles of Scilly from the University of Exeter. So over to Tony.
So thank you. We've sort of broken tradition a bit. There was such a strong set of entries. We've gone for 2 joint winners. Delighted to say, I can open the envelope, that the 2 joint winners are so first of all, University of Exeter, congratulations. And then also the second joint winner, University of Cambridge and Botswana Institutes. Congratulations to both. First of all, I'd like to invite Edward Glucksmann to come and accept the award and say a few words before inviting Sarah and Chandra. So Edward. You're on mute, Edward.
Well, thank you so much. This is quite the honor here, and what a great lineup of candidates for this award. So thank you so much to PraxisAuril and of course UK Research and Innovation. But I have to say this was a team effort in terms of the application, and you see part of our team behind me here, proudly flying St. Piran's flag. But thank you also, of course, to all our colleagues across the university, including, dare I say it, in Devon as well. And of course, all of our professional and academic support that we have. This is really an honor. It's been quite difficult for us over the past few months to rejig our work in response to the pandemic. Cornwall, of course, historically has our SMEs have historically economic challenges, and they have been amplified, of course, over the past 3 months. So I personally, on behalf of the whole team, we're really proud of what we've seen on the ground in Cornwall, and we really hope that we've been able to help as much as possible. So thank you to everyone, and a final bit of thanks, of course, to the SMEs, the hundreds, if not thousands, of small and medium-sized enterprises across Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly that we've supported. We wouldn't be able to be here without them, of course, and all of their great successes over the years. And we look forward to doing a lot more in future as well. So thank you to everyone, and congratulations as well to the rest of the field here. It's a great honor to be with you.
Thank you. And from Cambridge and Botswana Institute, Sarah Stewart and Bashiba Mwangi.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much for the award. I'll be co-presenting with Sarah from Cambridge on behalf of our knowledge exchange team in the digital audience here with us. I want to recognize John Safani at the University of Namibia, Salavesa at Loria University in Mozambique, Shelley Jamieson at Cambridge Enterprise, as well as Rita Tome and Vibhuti Patel from the University of Cambridge. We'd like to thank the support received from our institutions and the other 5 research institutions from the Southern Africa Development Community that also contributed to this program, which had over 50 participants. And the support that was provided by the Global Challenges Research Fund. It is such a great honor to be recognized for this initiative. I just want to mention that this program was motivated by the interest of higher education and research institutions in the SADC region in partnerships with local industry for local societal impact. This partnership was initiated by a visit from the Cambridge University back in 2018 at our institution in Botswana. And that's how conversations started to establish academia industry innovation ecosystems. And I would like Sarah to take over and just summarize. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you, Bashiba. So 2 years and a successful program later, we have identified expertise around political economy of technical innovation, industry policy for development, open research tools, and IP models for societal impact that advance the knowledge exchange ambitions that Bashiba mentioned. Also, SADC, Southern African Research Institutions, have strengthened their knowledge exchange offices, supported inventors around commercialization, as well as established locally provided entrepreneurship training in their institutes. I would like to finish by sharing 2 aspects that were of this program that were absolutely fundamental for its success. One was listening, and the other was jointly learning. The most substantial part of the work done by the knowledge exchange team was to adequately consult and adequately involve all 10 research institutions in the prioritization of 17 actual cases of knowledge exchange in Botswana, in Mozambique, and Namibia. So knowledge exchange that truly listened and reflected the development priorities of the Southern Africa development region. And these case studies were focused on aquaculture, agriculture, water treatment, conservation, climate change, and on health. And they very fundamentally gave shape and determined the success of the whole program, as well as of all activities in collaboration that followed. So the importance of listening in any international development research program like this one can't really be overstated. Also of critical importance was the very clear vision that the program would not be a zero-sum game. The initiative responded to the development priorities and research and knowledge exchange interests of the Botswana, Mozambique, and Namibian research institutions, whilst also generating new research questions and strengthening knowledge exchange practices at Cambridge. So the starting point was absolutely the SADC, at SADC and with the SADC institutions, but then all institutions, both in SADC and the UK, became more equipped to together deliver on the knowledge exchange streams that I just mentioned, as well as new collaborative research agendas that go beyond the 17 cases immediately addressed by this program, and namely related to our joint responsiveness to COVID and to the pandemic. So the impact achieved by this program has been phenomenal. Its innovative format has motivated consultation from funding bodies and has already been deployed elsewhere. So it's a very much, this award, it's a much appreciated testimony of the success and the work that this team has done and continues to do. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I think that brings us to the end of the formal part of today's events. Of course, people who've been successful will now be going off to celebrate in whatever lonely way they can, and those who have not been successful will also be going off to celebrate, I'm sure, in whatever way they can. I think it's really important, Sarah's point at the end there about the a project starting by listening and learning. And it seems to me that's a key point of this event today. We've seen some of the top projects in the UK working with partners around the world, and it's up to us to, having heard about those projects, to then learn the secrets and make sure that our strength grows in the UK through learning from the best. So I urge you all to look at the citations online, learn what you can from them, get in contact with the people that have been finalists for today. They're the people we should be looking to as models to run knowledge exchange in this world. So it only remains for me to thank David as chair of the judging panel and all of his panel for dealing with what was clearly and sometimes quite a difficult set of choices you had to deal with. Also to thank David for being the compere for today so magnificently. He's on his way to a stiff gin any minute now. To thank UKRI as sponsors for the evening, and for Tony managing extraordinarily suavely the opening of the envelopes. I'd like to thank the office team that has made all this happen in the background and kept everything going. So I hope you will all now go for a well-deserved celebration, and I hope that you will all keep calm and KE on. Thank you very much indeed, everybody. Until next year.